Hey everybody, welcome to Downward Dog Rising, and I'm Tracy. I'm here to give you a Pilates core workout tonight. So, if you want to work your abdominal area deeper than just the top layer, then stick around and join me because you want to get really strong to support your low back so you can avoid low back pain later in life. Alright, it could happen at any time actually if you're unstable in your pelvis and if your low back gets strained, or if you have tight hips or hamstrings. So any of the above can make your back go out. So with that being said, let's do it. All right, join me, and I'm just gonna hit the on button for the computer because I want music, background music. Okay, so hold on, I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna push play. All right. Crisscross your ankles, engage the sides of your hips and thighs. Bear with me, I know I'm out of screen. Now, drop your tailbone, inner thighs pull straight together, engage the sides of your hips like crazy, and lower yourself down with control. You can see me oscillating side to side. Squeeze the sides of your hips, come all the way down. Woo, I almost made it. Okay. So let's start off. You're going to have your arms come in front of you, and you're going to tighten your core. You're going to roll down a little bit, pull in here into your center, roll back a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more until you hit the mat. Okay, now knees go into tabletop, hands float up. And then we're going to do this little oppositional arm leg reach. Plug your shoulder blades down into your back so your shoulder blades pull down deeper to your back. And you're going to take one arm out, one leg down without your back lifting. Exhale. Inhale, I want you to feel ribs stretch away from your hip bones now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 9. Make sure your back doesn't lift at all off the mat. 8. Inhale, ribs knit down together. 7. 6. Inhale, exhale. 5. Stretch apart. Make sure that back doesn't lift. 4 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3. Keep scooping core tight to your back, shoulders down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. All right. Each foot comes to your mat. Next, your hip bones. Use your deep abdominals. Peel your hip bones back. Scoop in. It's like doing cat on all fours. Here comes the cow. Anchor, arch, lengthen, cat, round back, lengthen spine, arch, stretch your spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hip bones roll back, exhale. 3, 2 more. Hips roll back, hips come forward, last one. And exhale and inhale. Neutral spine in between your 2 tilts. 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock is going to be your right hip. 9 o'clock is your left hip. Draw a straight line across the 2 hip bones. Elevate only half the pelvis up. Right hip, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock is on mat. Pull the left hip up. Make a straight line at all times. Half your pelvis is still on the mat. Go to the side of your navel. Pull those muscles through like a guide wire, pulling from front to back body. You want to start to turn on those obliques. They're going to wrap your transversus abdominis, pulling straight across. Hips stay aligned. Make sure you don't hike either side higher. We don't want to be using our quadratus muscle in our back, so make sure when you do, you're trying to keep your legs still and just move your pelvis side, center, side, center. It's like lift up, lower, down. Keep your hips, your thighs are still, just the hips move. 4. Make room between rib cage, hip bones. 3. 2 more. Last one. Good job. Come back center. All right. Hands go behind head and neck. Next. Reach head long. Lengthen. Exhale. A little higher. Come back down. Exhale, lift. A little bit higher. Come back down. Exhale, a little higher. Come back. Lift a little higher. Come back. 7 more. Inhale. Exhale. Use your core. 6. Up and lift a little higher. 5 more. Up. Lift a little higher. 4 more. Up. A little higher. 3. 2 more. Last one. Press your right elbow to the floor. Elongate your spine. Peel from the left side of your rib cage. Rotate around your breastbone. Come back to mat. Maybe lift the right knee. Keep your pelvis stable on your mat. 8. Exhale, rotate. Keep chest open. 7. 6 more. So your pelvis doesn't move. 5. Hips to sky. 4. 3. Chest stays open. 2 more. Last one. Spine is long. Hips to sky. Spine is long. Elbows wide. Left elbow on mat. Reach across. Open your chest. Exhale, reach across. Armpit to knee. So you don't over rotate. 8. 7. Hips are stable. 6. 5. 4 more. And 3. Rotate from right side of rib cage. 2 more. Chest is open. And last one. Come back center. Both legs lift. Make sure your back doesn't lift off mat. Maybe take hands by sides. Make sure your back is on the mat. Tap and lift. You could do toes. And then you could do heels. Toes. If your back lifts, just do half range like this. Do half range. You don't have to tap if your back's arching. Down. Now toes. Tighten your core. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Heels, toes. 5 more. Pelvis is stabilized. 4. And 3. 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Next, take legs into the air. Now, your heels go into a V stance. You're going to take your hands behind your head and your neck. You're going to bring your elbows wide. And then make sure you don't go like that. Elongate, tighten your core to your back. Your knees can go turned out position. You're going to take your heels into a V. Now really tighten from here, and then maybe lower the legs, and then lift the legs. Keep your back on the mat. So you're going to lower, and then you're going to lift. Keep the length in your neck. Lower, and then lift. Pull your ribs together, down and together. Ribs expand, ribs knit. Good. Ribs expand, back on mat. Ribs knit. Tighten your core in. 3. Really scoop in tight. 2 more. Last one. Elbows stay wide. Inhale. And then exhale. Knees come into tabletop. And then we're going to keep our elbows wide. And then we're going to reach on our diagonal. Come in. Exhale. And then rotate sides of ribs. Rotate from sides of waist. Exhale the air out. Complete rotation around your breastbone. 7, 6, point your toes, reach across. 5, crisscross. 4 more. Back is on mat. 3, 2 more. Last set. Gently come in. 5 knee stirs. Pelvis is stabilized on your mat. 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Reverse. 5, tighten your core to your back. 4, and then 3, 2, last one. All right. Now straighten out your legs. Your spine is long on the mat. Your legs reach long. Space between ribs and hips. Your heel is planted into the mat. You're going to point toes. Your hips stay stable. Reach across. Avoid if you've had a hip replacement. Inhale, exhale, around and back. Inhale, exhale, around and back. Keep pressing your heel of a straight leg against the mat. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Pelvis is stable. Last one. Chest is open, reverse. And inhale, exhale, reach. Pelvis is stable. And inhale, exhale, reach. 4, 3. Hips are stable. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. And bring that leg to mat. Other side. Press knee to sky. Heel on mat. This other leg is really stretching to the sky. Your ribs pull together. Reach. Inhale, exhale, around and back. And inhale, exhale, around and back. Pull really deeply into your center. Stabilize. 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Last one. Pelvis is stable. 5. Around and back. And 4. Around and back. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Now, inside of the knee, you're going to hold it in line with your hip joint. Outside ankle, and then you float the other leg up. You drop your shoulders down and back. Your chest is open. Your back is neutral. You're lengthening. And then you pull the knee to the chest. You reach the other leg, opposition, and reach. Inhale. Inhale. Now reach. Blades down back. Inhale. Inhale. 8 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more. Inhale. Inhale. Keep the pelvis stabilized. Exhale. Exhale. 4. 3. 2 more. Last set. Inhale. Inhale and exhale. Exhale. Hug in. Release your spine. You could do this with head down, or you could extend and nod chin. You would lengthen, pull your blades deeper into your back. Now, think of corset. The corset wraps your ribs. You're going to stretch, pull around and together. Hug in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull in. And now inhale. Exhale. Use the breath as a pumping mechanism. And 7, back is on mat. 6, 5, 4, tighten your core. 3, 2, last one. Nod your chin. Now, never do this with osteoporosis or with herniated discs. I'll be right back. Hold on. we never round our back with osteoporosis. We never do things with forced compression of our spine if there's a possibility we're going to fracture a vertebra. So that's very important for everyone to understand that. If you've been told you have osteoporosis, never ever roll in your spine. Do not want to have fractures. All right. So if you were to hug your knees in, drop your chin, and just stay here and hold it and balance. Stay right here for a moment. Let's see what happens. How do you feel? Find your center. Here, you're on top of your sits bones and you're sitting tall. So when you roll like a ball, you actually have to go behind your sits bones. You're on them. In order to roll, you pass behind them, and there's a point where you balance, and there's a point where you have to scoop in, zip up as you wrap both sides of your ribs around to the center. So we have to use our obliques too. So, never roll to the neck. You're going to feel like you could expand, inflate the entire back of the ribs wide and apart as you send the air, the energy to the lower lobes of your lungs. So you're balanced, your chin nods forward. Now you roll only to your shoulder blades, not to your neck. You inhale and you're tight and you come up, you hold it. Exhaling, inhale, come up, never let your head fall back. Inhale, use the strength of your breath. Exhale, stay here and breathe. And inhale, now exhale, make it smooth, relax those shoulders. 3 more. You inhale, and then you exhale, stay here and balance. 2 more. You inhale, chin is forward, exhale. 1 more time. You inhale, and then you exhale. Okay, so we're still balanced. Whenever we balance, we start from sits bones position. You're here. And then when you want to balance point, notice how you have to go a little bit right behind your sits bones. So now, you're going to grab one ankle, and then maybe it's enough just to sit tall and reach your leg out. Where you just inhale, exhale. 1 more. Keep chest lifted. Inhale, exhale. Lift the other leg up. Your chest lifts up. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so maybe you would do both. Elevate your heart. Your legs lift. You're right behind those 2 sits bones. You lift up your heart. Your collarbones are wide. And the energy of your spine goes all the way up through the top of your head. Energy travels up and down, but we're accessing core deep abdominals. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. So we're just doing a little balance point. All right. Now, if that feels comfortable and you want to advance it, you could do open leg rocker. And sometimes you might just do open leg rocker where you hold behind your knees for extra support, so make it easier. So what it would look like, you would balance right behind your sits bones. You would lift up your heart, you would drop your chin, and you'd use the inhale, and then you'd exhale and lift up and balance. 2 more. You would inhale, exhale, lift up your heart, come up and balance. 1 more. You would inhale, now exhale. So if you want to advance it, you would be holding your ankles. You would elevate your heart. Your collarbones would open wide and far. And then you would drop those shoulder blades down your back. And if you just had fun and breathed in, you would fall back. So drop your chin. You would inhale. And then you would use your core. Get into that round low back area. Inhale. Notice how the chin there, whoops, I almost didn't come up. Inhale. Exhale. You have to lift your heart to get up. Roll behind your sits bones. Last one. Let's do 1 more for good measure. 1 more. And inhale. Now exhale. Rise up. Good job. And now we'll just do a little butterfly stretch. Open heart. Let those knees release. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Just letting our hip sockets release for a sec. And inhale, exhale. All right. Elevate. Equal weight on each sits bone. Grab your feet. Lift and lengthen up. Reach and stretch. Then we're going to bring bottoms of our feet float upward. Diamond stretch. You're going to elevate. Hinge. Stretching forward. Lengthen and lift. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Lengthen, lengthen over those legs. Lengthen, lengthen, diamond stretch. Maybe rest your forehead on your hands. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel those hips release, pull through. Breathe into the back of those ribs. Releasing your back after doing core work. Going back to our core work with lumbar spine, pelvic girdle stability. All good to help your backs get stronger, more stable. Take a deep inhale, exhale, rise through the top of your head. Close out the knees, little windshield wiper. And then we're gonna come onto our side one more time. Let me do a little music thing. Okay, just wanted to hear it. It's a cover of Ain't No Sunshine. I'm gonna get copyrighted, but it's fine, because I want music. Canen, I think, did a cover of Ain't No Sunshine. So we're gonna open heart. Lift our ribs up and really lift your bottom obliques up off the floor, because we're working from under here like a sling. And I want you to slowly point your knee, your toes to the sky. Keep chest open. And then you're going to lift your leg up and then you're going to lower it down. Now try point up, flex down. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. 6 more. And inhale, point, and exhale, flex. 5. Inhale, exhale. 4. Inhale, exhale. 3. Inhale, exhale. 2. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Hand behind head and neck. Keep those ribs lifted. Side kick. Just go a tiny bit back so you don't hyperextend your spine. Hips should not fall forward when you kick your leg behind you. Now do 2 little kicks forward. Pulse, pulse. Ribs lift up, inhale. Use the exhale to get the air out of the lungs. Inhale. Exhale. 8 more. 7. Keep pressing forearm into mat, armpit to palm. 6. Ribs away from the mat. 5. Inhale, take it back. 4. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last set. Inhale, exhale, pulse, pulse. All right, this one hurts. You just have to do 5, okay? Just 5 each way. Lift your heart. Point your toes around, come up, avoid moving either hip bone. 4, keep stable. 3, woo, 2 more. Last one, woo, keep hips stable. Scoop into here, up, around, and back. 5, 4, 3, heart lifts. 2, last one. All right, take that leg in. Now, draw a straight line across your 2 hip bones. Lift up your bottom leg and point your toes. Now do little circles, 10, without moving your hips. 9, 8, 7, 6, subtle. 5, the subtle intricacies will get you every time. 4, 3, 2, lift your heart. Last one. It's about control and precision. Concentration, control, precision. 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, mindful. 2, last one. Excellent. We're gonna fold those knees in. And then from here, you're gonna reach for your ankles. And then you're just gonna do a big stretch towards the ankles. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. And up, 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 out of your center, over, open up, yawn into those lower ribs. 1 more time. Just yawn into those lower ribs. Excellent. Next, swing your legs to the other side of your body. And once again, we're gonna find that position where you could stretch both sides of your waist nice and long. Avoid this, that'll hurt your neck and your shoulders later. So what do? Get your ribs to really elevate. And then you're gonna take your legs out. And then I want you to make sure you don't go like that. No collapsing. Lift up your ribs. Lift up your heart. Your shoulders and chest are straight forward. Okay, so now really twist those inner thighs outward. Keep your hips aligned. Your bottom ribs lift. Point, elevate. Exhale, flex. Lift your heart. Point and elevate. Exhale, flex. Core tightens it. And 6, 5, use control. 4, inhale, exhale. 3, point and flex. 2 more times. Point and flex. Last one. Point and flex. Good job. Next, lift up those ribs. Take hand to hip. Now, what I want you to do here, keep lifting off your bottom ribs. Avoid overreaching because you don't want your hips to fall forward out of alignment. Flex 2 pumps. Inhale back. Those bottom ribs keep lifting. Exhale, exhale, and reach back. 9. Chest is open. Exhale, exhale. Reach back. 8. Exhale, exhale. Back. 7. Pelvis is stabilized. 6 more. Keep chest lifted. Ribs are lifted. Point back. 5. Point back. 4. Flex for 2. Point back. And 3. 2 more. Elevate your heart. Keep stabilized. Last one. And exhale. Exhale. Inhale back. Good job. Okay. When I go down in number, that means it's going to get a little harder. So watch out. You're going to point your toes. Lift up your ribs. We're going to point. We're going to lift. And we're going to circle. Inhale. 4 more. Exhale. Outer hip, inner thigh. 3. Get those ribs to knit. 2. Inhale. Exhale. Outer inner thigh. Last one. Keep the pelvis stabilized. Okay. You just have 5 the other way. And inhale, exhale, reach. 4. Those bottom ribs lift. 3. And inhale, exhale. Wring out the wet towel. Sides of ribs. 2. And last one. Awesome. Fold those knees in. Come on up. And you're going to reach for your feet. And then just take a deep inhale. Stretch. Come back up. Inhale. This whole side opens up. One more time. Elevate. lengthen, stretch it out. Good job. And gently come in. Sometimes at the end of my day, because I teach all day long, I tend to forget. That's why you don't see me here every day. But I will remember because I feel what I missed in my body. So we're going to go back one notch. We're going to grab our ankle. We're going to place our foot in front. We're going to keep those bottom ribs lifted. Now, without moving either one of your hip bones, 10, little baby circles this time, 9, keep your alignment, shoulders down and back, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep drawing core tight, 4, and 3, 2. All right, let's go the other way now. Breathe in, breathe out, 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Precise, fine tune your movement, precision movements. 5 and 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Excellent. All right. We're going to press all the way up. Okay. What I want you to do next, I'm going to have you come on to your abdominals. So let's just lie on our stomach for now. And then we're going to be reaching our arms over our head. Let me just slide. So now you're going to be on your abdominals. Now avoid this. I'll show you what to avoid. So if you're on your abdominals and you arch your back, what does it look like? If you're wondering, okay, it looks like that. You start to lift your pelvis up. Actually, it looks more like this. I have to get lower to show. There, that's what I meant. You would have your hips leave the mat and your back would arch away. That's what I wanted to do. All right. We are going to crisscross our arms, one elbow over the other. Relax your forehead on the backs of your arms. And then your tailbone really stretches straight back behind you. And then do a slight little turn out. And I don't want you to have your knees bent. We're going to extend the legs like that. So you're like in a little turnout position. Your forehead is on backs of hands. And you're going to go 3 beats, 1 and 2 and 3, and then you lower the legs down. I just need to get into your view so you can see my heels going like that. But you want your thighs to lift off the mat. So you're going to go up, 1 and 2 and 3, down, scoop in. To make this Pilates, draw your abdominal wall in, pull up all the way from pubic bone to your navel, and do 3 heel beats. 1 and 2 and 3, release. 9 more. 1 and 2 and 3, release. 8 more. Exhale, 3, down, inhale. Exhale, and down. 6 more. 1 and 2 and 3, release. 5. 1 and 2 and 3, release. 4 more. 1 and 2 and 3, down. 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3. 2 more. And last one. 1 and 2 and 3. And down. Excellent. Now, prop up on your forearms. Avoid collapsing into your shoulders and hunching forward. We don't want that. You have to really connect into the shoulder blades, pull down the back. Your forearms push away. Your chest, your heart pulls through the arms. Now, your tailbone stretches long behind you. And I want you to look over one shoulder to stretch the side of your neck. Your hip bones remain on the mat, but your pubic bone is down firm and your tailbone reaches behind you. Kick, kick, point, lower. Look over your other shoulder. Kick, kick, point, down. Now go exhale, exhale, lift your heart through, point down. Exhale, exhale, inhale, down. Work those fast twitch fibers. Exhale, exhale, inhale, down. Get those hamstrings. 4 more. Fingers wide on mat, palms down. Two more. Two more sets from here. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Last set. Down. Down. Good job. Wiggle hips side to side like this. Release your low back. Okay, this is all core work because your core is scooping into your spine the whole time. Okay, let me do a switcheroo. We're going to come around. Okay, single leg kick. We did side kick, single leg kick. Here comes your double leg kick. Okay, I'm going to give you modification. If you had shoulder injuries, rotator cuff, shoulder surgery, shoulder replacement, rotator cuff surgery, then you're going to do something called flight, which is a little fundamental before the actual double leg kick exercise. So you're going to come all the way down to your mat, and then your hips are secure. Remember, you're not going to do that and be unstable in your spine. So then your legs reach long, and then it's almost like your legs are stretched out. This time you're going to go heels in without doing that. Avoid that. Your hip bones are down, lifting away from the front of your thighs. Your sits bones pull back behind you. Your tailbone's long. You would go 1 and 2 and 3, kick back. Now, to make it a little more easier, you're going to pull your shoulders down and back, open your heart and your chest. You would relax your forehead on the mat. You would inhale, scoop in, open your chest, then lift your feet, your shoulders, your neck. Your chest goes up and down. This is your flight. This is modified. You would scoop your core tight, scoop in, zip up, and down. 3 more. Scoop in, zip up, lengthen apart, and down. 2 more. Zip, lengthen, lift. 1 more. Zip up, lengthen, lift. Okay, so now that's your modification. You could keep going. Now, you could take your hands behind your back, look over one shoulder, and then as you look over your shoulder, feel those shoulders drop away. Lengthen your tailbone. Now you're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then inhale, really open your heart. And then go, exhale, 3. Inhale, open your heart. Scoop in to your center. Open your heart. Scoop your core tight. Inhale, lift. Last one. Open your heart and come in. Okay, wiggle hips side to side. Release your spine. Head goes side to side, across third eye. Sides and neck stretch long. Easy does it, side to side. Okay, take hands by your hips. Hands to sides of ribs. Shoulders drop. Slowly press up to hands and knees. And then just take it back into a little rest pose. I'm going to see if I can sit back. Sometimes my knee won't let me these days. Let's see what I can do. I'm just going to have my toes come under. And then you're going to stretch oppositional energy. Maybe go into the fingertips, stretch from the armpits to the palms. Pull those sits bones behind you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Pull those sits bones back. Pull your breastbone through. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Just let your back release. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And then exhale. All right. Walk your hands in. Press up. I'm going to give you another thing that has a modification. Modification means easier. Variation means harder. Sometimes people use those words in the way that isn't intended. When we modify, we give modifications to help make the exercise easier. When we do variations, we increase the difficulty level. So we modify as needed to make it easier. We advance it by increasing the level of difficulty. We can add various variations. There's many variations. So if you have osteoporosis or herniated discs, I'll give you a little abbreviation of a spinal stretch because I don't want you to do forward flexion. First of all, you have to find where's your neutral. I tend to go in front a little bit. Like a gymnast lands, her ribs are in front of her pelvis. So we want to like come out of that lordosis, lumbar lordosis. They need it to land first to be secure. We pull front ribs to back ribs. We make it neutral. You rise to the top of your head. If you have any disc issues or osteoporosis, really stretch and just do a hip hinge just like that. Keep your neutral and just do a little hip hinge. That's all I want you to do, okay? Inhale, exhale. Little hip hinge, inhale, exhale. So that's modified. We make it easier. Spine stretch, what I want you to do is elevate. Now think of this whole area. Lifting, lifting, lifting. And we stretch the top of our head. I'm not crushing my spine. I'm lengthening. I'm creating elongation, lifting my ribs out of my hips. And then you can almost see like how I pull my abdominals into my back as I open the low part of the back apart. And then I stack it up. So I'm not going to have you do this with osteoporosis. You have to elevate. You have to really reach up, 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 up. And then we're going to pull those ribs, reach into the back of the ribs, scoop in, stretch forward, and then stack it up. Head away from tailbone. Two more. Elevate, lift up, create the space, scoop in, exhale. Really stretch the low back apart. And come back up. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, use the breath. Pull into the back of those ribs. Scoop it, hollow your core out. And then come all the way back up, ribs out of hips. Excellent. Okay, now, we all tend to cheat on this one, understandable. It's understandable that we would cheat because if you swing your arms, that's what you want to do. Everybody, we want to just swing our arms like that. We would do that in Qigong, but not here. What you want to do is just take your hands lightly on your shoulders, squeeze your inner thighs together, keep your hips planted, rotate, and then you would rotate. If we're rotating from the middle part of our back after we elongate the spine up, you can even inhale, exhale, squeeze the air out, inhale, and then inhale, one more, exhale. With osteoporosis, you would just limit, you would do a tiny rotation for that middle back without overdoing your twist. Okay, now if you extend the arms out, let me go this way. So I'm stretching ribs out of hips. I'm gonna flex my feet to the sky. I don't wanna break at the wrist or anything like that. I want the energy to flow. So I am gonna keep my shoulders down and back. I'm gonna like pull back so my scapula feel like they're working, but they're not pinched together. I don't want to pinch them and compress anything back there. So I have to pull them back, and then without pinching, and then inhale, I squeeze the air out this time. Float to top of head. Inhale, lengthen up. Inhale, stretch tall. Couple more, inhale. Or twist. Inhale, keep the wrist straight. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale twice. One more. Come back in, shake out your knees. All right. Next, we're gonna have our feet open up the width of the mat. So then, come into the side. Again, your front ribs meet your back ribs. You're gonna flex your feet to the sky. You're gonna keep those sits bones grounded into your mat. And then if you have osteoporosis or herniated discs, when you do your twist, you're gonna have one arm reaching back, you're opening chest, and you just do this little hinge where your opposite hip pushes into the mat, and then you elevate up, and you do this little hinge where it's just a smaller range. We modify. You lift up your heart, little hip hinge, stretch, stretch, stretch. This is your modification. Inhale. And then you exhale, reach on a diagonal. Again, keep your wrist straight. Reach on your diagonal. Reach on your diagonal. Okay, so that's your modification. So now your variation that's more difficult, you're gonna go from the top of your head down to the tailbone. You're gonna twist and you're gonna start to squeeze the air out. Elevate, elevate, elevate. 1, 2, and then you gotta stack it up tall. And you're gonna squeeze the air back out. You're gonna wrap those ribs. Exhale, exhale. You're on your long diagonal, and you gotta really squeeze the air out. Inhale, exhale, exhale. That back arm goes up. This is our solid. Inhale, rotate, squeeze the air. Back arm goes up. Exhale. And again, you have to beware if you've had shoulder surgery. You wouldn't like force this at all. Reach from that diagonal. Your hips are stabilized. Breathe in. Reach. 2 more. Create as much length. Squeeze. Those ribs wrap. Your obliques wrap. Inhale and exhale. There's lots of heat because you're really engaging those deep abdominals. They wrap, they squeeze, they zip, they pull in, up, and exhale. Stack it up. All right, and just shake out those knees. Wonderful. All right. Now, modification, you're gonna do a neutral bridge. Slide down to your mat and just lower down to your mat. Avoid letting your knees fall out. Avoid like turning your toes in. Shoulders over hips, knees, ankles. Your hips aren't way out here. Right where that bone is, that's your socket right in there. It's in a little bit. You open your shoulders, your chest. You create space here along waist, sides of waist, ribs. And then I just want you to push all 4 corners of your feet. Engage your glutes. You scoop in. You elongate. You stretch the tailbone. No weight at all in the neck. And you're not going to turn your neck sideways to watch anything. You would just listen. Keep the neck long. No weight in it. Weight across shoulder blades. A little higher up. Elevate. Come back. So it's a straight. Bring your hinge up. Engage your glutes. Go a little higher as long as your core supports your spine. And come back down. This is your modification. It's your base move. Chest is open, width across collarbones. So you would keep going here. I'm not going to have you do the next one with osteoporosis, so avoid it. Avoid with glaucoma. I have glaucoma, so I'm not going to do too many. I just go in and come right back out. So you're going to do a rollover. Keep doing your bridging neutral. For osteoporosis, roll over. You would have your legs lift up into the air. I'm just making sure I don't kick the fan. One day, my back just hit the mat. If you heard anything hit, I just did it again. So don't laugh and think it was something else. My shirt just lifted up and the skin hit the mat. So just have to clarify right there. So now I'm going to lift up. You're going to pull your abdominals tight. Tailbone reaches long. Okay, you're not using your momentum here. You're using your core. It's like you're doing an articulating bridge with straight legs. Your neck is long, weights across middle back. You lift. Your feet go hip width apart. You drag your heels to the sky, stretch those hamstrings long, and roll through your vertebra. Again, modification would be neutral bridging. So your feet are together, you point your toes, scoop in, exhale, drag. Exhale, exhale, exhale. One more time. If I had room, I might reach my legs to the mat, lift them all the way back up again, but I'll kick the table. Inhale, exhale. Stretch, 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 stretch. And maybe I'll go the other way so I could kick lower. We reverse them. I'm just going to do 3 and 3. At the end of the day, you get to a point where you're just tired and you can't keep going. So I'm getting to my range. Okay, so I did toes together, toes pointed. I did this one. Peeling up, I'm going to kick the table. Then you would go down hip width apart. So then we reverse. Let me make sure my shirt doesn't lift so my skin doesn't touch the mat. Then we elevate, our back is on the mat, our feet are flexed to our hip width. We go up, we bring our feet together, there's the table, I'm kicking, point your toes, and then you roll and lengthen, 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 lengthen. And then you lower down. Notice how I don't let my back lift, I just kick the fan. I gotta remember, we started toes pointed, feet together, down wide. Okay, we're lifting up wide, heels flexed. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing in the middle of it. Heels flexed, hip width apart, peel up, point your toes, squeeze those thighs together, roll back down. One more, flex your feet, your back is still on the mat. So you go down, they're together actually. Flex your feet, they're apart. Come up, squeeze together, pull down vertebra by vertebra. And then just hug knees into chest. And then here comes your modification. If you have osteoporosis and you are in your bridge, you're going to do this one next, where you go kick, hips level. You're going to point up, flex down. Point up, flex down. 3 more. Point up and flex down, hips level. 2 more. Point up, flex down. Last one. Point up, flex down. Fold in, hips to sky. Point up, flex down. Point up, flex down. And 4. Scoop in, tailbone long. And 3. This is your modification. 2 more. Last one. And then you would rest and do a second set of that. And then without the modification, I'm going to have you the harder version. We don't do with any disc issues, osteoporosis. We don't do any of this bottom loading of our spine because it could really compress and hurt you. So we avoid all that for that kind of stuff. You would do your neutral bridge with your kicks, keeping your hips stable. Now, we're going to go from our rollover in Pilates to a jackknife, where you go up a little higher and you never turn your head sideways. You're not putting your weight in your neck. Your weight's up higher, across the middle back, shoulder blade shelf. But just the same, you're not going to twist your head sideways when you're up in the air. If you make a mistake, you're not going to injure yourself that way if you just keep your head straight. So you don't want to look at your phone or you don't want to look at your TV. So then when you do your jackknife, you're going to elevate, shoulders out of ears, scoop in. And after you do your rollover, it's like you're into the mid-back shoulder blade shelf. You would elevate, scoop in really deeply. Your neck is long, your chin slightly comes forward, so you're not putting the weight into the neck vertebra. You could do this little tap down, lift up, tap down, lift up. And then after you stretch your legs up, scoop in, and then you would start to roll. Scoop in and roll straight down the middle. Exhale, 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 all the way down. And then we could also peel up and over, kick, 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 kick. And I'm too tired to do that, and I don't think I can, because I think I'll hit everything on each side of me. So then we're going to all come down together and then just do 5 hip openers each direction and just keep your back on the mat. 4, and then 3, and then 2, last one, and then reverse it. So this is your core workout for today. I hope it made you feel like you got a workout. The Pilates style will give you that really deep core connection, and then it gives you that internal combustion. It's like your whole body just heats up from the center, and it's a weird feeling. It goes down into the legs, into your feet, it goes up the spine, and you just feel like warm. And it's like when you tighten the core, you get that energy flow just moving through your body. That's what's so cool about it. All right, so now let's have you just do a little lift. Inhale, exhale, hug knees to chest. Breathe into the center of your spine one more time, right in between your 2 shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, nod your chin. If you want to modify, use the backs of your thighs, and you can pull yourself up, lift heart to sky, come up. All right. And then let me have you do a little mermaid, and we're gonna call it a day. What time is it anyway? Holy, I went really long time even though I didn't realize it. So, you're gonna have this hip lift. The hip goes down, the hip lifts up, the hip comes down. Avoid internal rotation like this. If you've had a hip replacement, it's not good for you to do. So once you bring your hip down, what I want you to do here, you're just going to stretch this arm. Your sits bone stays on the mat. And just do a nice little side stretch, little mermaid. And then we're just going to open our heart, little thoracic spine extension. And inhale, open. And exhale. So you're just turning from the center right in between your 2 shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale. Shoulder away from ear. Last one. Inhale, exhale, thoracic spine mobility. And come up. Bring this leg in. And then we're just going to do something. Avoid if you've had a hip replacement. You would elevate. Bring this one down. Elevate your hip. We're just going to get that leg bone deeper into your socket. 3, 2, again, we don't do this motion here with the hip replacement. Very important that you know that, or you honor it, because sometimes you're told something by your doctor and then you totally forget, and then later you do it and you end up getting hurt. So very important you follow those guidelines. Drop your sits bone down, lift to the side, and just do a nice elongation mermaid style. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. You're just going to inhale, relax this shoulder too, exhale. Okay, now you rotate around the middle part of the spine in between your 2 shoulder blades. And you're just going to rotate. I'm not going to actually thread the needle today. I'm just rotating from mid-breastbone so I don't over-rotate. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. Sometimes I might reach under the bottom arm. 2 more. Lift your heart. And inhale. And exhale. 1 more. And inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. And then from here, I'm just going to have you cross your ankles. And then you're just going to just plant into your mat and just say, yay! You did your workout, your core Pilates workout today. So I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the Pilates core session. Just bring hands to heart and gratitude for taking care of you today, making your spine healthier and making your core stronger. All right, that's all I have. I think it was almost an hour, so woohoo! Good job, everybody. If you stuck with me to the end, you just gave yourself a whole hour workout. Peace. Good. Yay. Congratulations. You just did a whole hour. Yay. All right. Take care, everyone. I think, am I saying it right? Yep. Okay. Bye. See you soon. Peace. Bye.